A prince who longed for freedom until freedom cost him the one thing he couldn't lose. Prince Adrian was nothing like his brothers and sisters. While they loved the flashing cameras, the royal convoys, the grand entrances, he longed for something simple. He didn't want 10 cars following him. He didn't want guards surrounding him. He didn't want the world bowing at his feet. All he wanted was a normal life. So he chose the oldest, least expensive car in the palace garage. No convoy, just his driver and one quiet security officer. And because he never appeared at royal events, the people didn't even know what he looked like. To them, he was a mystery. To him, that anonymity was freedom. He loved doing ordinary things, shopping, eating at small restaurants, walking through markets, tasting street snacks like everyone else. One afternoon, while sitting in his car, he noticed a long queue by the roadside. People were excited, smiling, waiting patiently. "What are they buying?" he asked his driver. The driver shrugged. "I know the name, Your Highness, but I've never tasted it." Adrian's curiosity lit up. "Buy one for me." The driver returned with a warm paper bag. The prince took a bite, and his eyes widened. It was simple. It was delicious. It tasted like home, something he never had. He returned the next day, and the next, and the next, until one morning, he finally saw her. She stood behind the small wooden table, arranging the snacks with gentle hands. Her face glowed under the morning sun. Her smile was soft, humble, beautiful. Adrian stepped out of the car, walked toward her, and froze. He couldn't speak. He couldn't breathe. He simply stared, then turned around and walked back to the car in silence. That night he couldn't sleep. Her face stayed in his mind like a song he couldn't forget. The next day, he asked his driver to find out who she was. Her name was Liana, a hardworking young woman who lost her father early. Her mother used to sell the same snack until illness struck. With no money for treatment, Liana took over the business to care for her mother. She woke up before dawn every day, cooked, packed, and sold by the roadside just to survive. Adrian's heart ached. The following day, he waited until she finished selling. He offered her a ride home. She smiled politely and refused. "I'll take the bus." So the prince, the future king, followed her onto a crowded public bus. No one recognized him. No one cared. He sat beside her quietly, watching her hold her basket of unsold snacks. When they reached her stop, she thanked him and walked away. She didn't let him enter her home. Later, Adrian learned the truth. Liana was working herself to exhaustion to care for her sick mother. So one morning, while Liana was out selling, he went to her home with his driver. They gently carried her mother to the palace hospital, the best in the city. When Liana heard, she was furious. "You had no right." But when she saw her mother resting in a clean hospital bed, tears filled her eyes. "I can't afford this," she whispered. "You don't have to," Adrian said softly. "I've taken care of everything." He told her to stop selling for now and stay with her mother. A week later, her mother was discharged. Seeing their poor living conditions, Adrian rented a better apartment for them. Slowly, Liana accepted his friendship. They spent time together. They laughed. They shared stories. But whenever she asked about his family, he avoided the truth. "They're out of the country," he lied. When he finally asked her to be his girlfriend, she shook her head. "I can't be with someone whose home I've never seen, whose parents I've never met." Adrian panicked. He spoke to his driver, who told him, "Take her to the palace, be honest." But Adrian feared his parents, the king and queen, would never accept a poor girl. Still, he chose honesty. He brought Liana to the palace. She froze at the gates. You're the prince?" He nodded. At dinner, the king and queen were polite until they asked about her family. When they learned she was poor, their smiles faded. "This cannot happen," the queen said coldly. Lyanna's eyes filled with tears. She stood up and ran outside. Adrian wanted to chase her, but he couldn't disobey his parents. He drove her home in silence. When they arrived, she stepped out of the car and whispered, "Don't come back. Your world will never accept someone like me." And she walked away.